Hey peeps out in YouTube land, Asenva here for another BJD video. Today we're going to talk about some tips and tricks on when you're planning on buying a BJD. The world of BJDs have changed drastically from when I first joined the hobby back in like 2009. It's great because now there's a lot of variety out there. There's a lot of different sculpts, a lot of different companies, and a lot of different ways to buy dolls. So if you're new to the hobby or maybe thinking about getting into BJDs, it might be a tiny bit overwhelming. So I've come up with 8 easy steps to help you kind of map your journey into starting this hobby. Step number 1. I want you to just sit back and just think of a character or something that you're going to be planning out for this doll. Now the cool thing is a lot of people that start this hobby pretty much already have characters put into place, whether they write stories and they want their dolls to come to life, or maybe they do like role playing and they want to bring that character that they role play with to life. Whatever path you come from, wherever you get your inspiration, that's kind of like the first step that you want to kind of follow. If you don't, then I highly suggest just kind of getting like a semi idea of what you want, so that way you can kind of narrow it down and it'll help you jump into step number 2. Number 2, look through the sculpts. There is a ton of BJD companies out there. I would highly suggest that you check out BJDcollectacy.com. They have like a database of pretty much all like the current BJD companies that are out there. Granted, some of them have retired, and so they probably actually need to be filtered out. But it's definitely a good start if you're looking to just kind of peruse through the different companies and see what's currently out there. I've even seen people post online asking other people for suggestions on like what kinds of sculpts they think. Usually they provide a picture and be like, oh, I'm looking for a sculpt that will fit this character, and it's really cool because some people will go ahead and they'll like contribute and like kind of tell you or point you to a direction that might look like the character that you're looking for. Step 3, compare companies. So let's say that you've narrowed it down to maybe 2 or 3 dolls that you really like. So I think this would be a good time for you to kind of compare and contrast between the companies. Some things you might want to consider are price, maybe quality, availability would be another thing just to kind of research and see between those. And kind of just duke it out between whatever you've decided upon, and then kind of try to narrow it down further to maybe just one. If you have questions about the actual companies or specific sculpts, there's a lot of resources online, a lot of Facebook groups as well, that you can go ahead and ask more of those tailored questions to. And don't be afraid to ask those questions, but definitely try Googling it first and see what you come up with. Step number 4. So piggybacking on step number 3, once you've narrowed it down to like that one sculpt that you're kind of just eyeballing, you're going to want to do research now on that intensively. So you're going to want to see like what kinds of clothes fit it, your wig that you're going to need, your eyes that you're going to need. You know, granted, this is if you're not even buying it. If you're buying it blank, you know, if you're buying it full set, then, you know, it should come with the standard set of, you know, basic starter stuff or whatever is pictured, you know, that comes with the set. But if you're buying it blank, you're going to need to do the research for that, because you don't want to order your doll and then have nothing else for it. So do your research and see what kinds of things the doll is going to need. Some sculpts, even though they all are labeled in the same scale range, sometimes different things that should be labeled for their size doesn't fit them. Same thing goes for eyes. There's like a whole variety of eye sizes that the different scaled dolls will use. So do your research on that, and then figure out what you gotta do there. Step 5, buy the doll. This is like the hardest the hardest part, because 1, you gotta have the money for it, and then 2, you gotta figure out, well, how are you, like, where are you gonna get it from? Typically, for our newbies, just to let you know, you can buy dolls directly from the company, which can take, you know, since they're going to be pretty much making it to order for you, unless they advertise that there's dolls in stock, several months for it to come in. Or you can go through a distributor, and there's several distributors now throughout the world because I had only really known about the US distributors, but now there's other distributors that you can get in different countries as well. And what they'll do is that you can order the doll through them, and it's cool because sometimes the companies will have already in stock dolls, so those will come in quicker. And then they will also go ahead and work as kind of a middleman for you. You don't have to worry about crossing that language barrier that sometimes occurs when you do talk to the companies directly. I've had really good experiences with buying dolls from distributors. One, of course, being the Junkie Spot. There's other distributors that have popped up as time has passed by. So again, BJD Collectacy has a list of distributors that you can go ahead and peruse through as well. Step 6, making sure those finances are in place. I know this seems kind of like a no-brainer, but there's some different things that you can consider now. There are companies that actually offer layaway, so that might be an option that you might want to explore. Now granted, like I said, not all companies offer it and not all distributors offer it, but that is something that you can consider. Also, another thing that you can consider with your finances, if you find that you're ready to buy the doll but maybe it's not within budget, or you want to try to see if you can save some money somehow, the secondhand market is huge now, and there's several secondhand markets that you can find online. Of course, Den of Angels has a marketplace, although I'm not quite sure. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if they're still doing invite only or not, but that is one place. And then there's a bajillion Facebook groups. Now, this is a whole other video about buying dolls secondhand. As long as you're really safe about it, you can actually get some really good deals secondhand. And some of the dolls are, they come in different conditions and different ages, like of how long since they've been sculpted and are owned. That route will take a little bit more research on your part, but it's definitely a good way to kind of budget your finances. You don't have to spend as much and get the doll that you want. So and step number 8, the moment of happiness. Your doll has come in, you're so happy, you're on cloud 9, you're ecstatic, you got that email that stated, that your doll is coming in, or you hear that doorbell and UPS is there and you've been breathing heavy through the window, staring at them, waiting for them to come, and it's here. So enjoy it. That last step, number 8, I just want you really honestly, people should just enjoy their dolls. And I would also kind of like to throw in there too that don't be afraid to share it with people. A lot of things and a lot of videos out there that people really actually enjoy watching are box opening videos. I usually get trapped in the rabbit hole of watching box opening videos because I love watching people's reactions to when they first open up their doll that they've been dreaming of getting. So don't be afraid to share it, even if you just put it like somewhere on Facebook or on a Discord group. Hey, my doll's come in, spread that love, and it's so exciting, and it's such a great feeling to get your doll in that you've been waiting for. And that's pretty much it. I know this might have seemed like things that kind of been like I already knew that, or but I just kind of want to help people that maybe don't know as much as others, or just kind of jumped in, or are saw BJDs but weren't quite sure about them, on where to start. As always, I hope you guys have a dollytastic day. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can get more notifications on when more BJD videos are coming out. And don't forget to check out my blog, which is now live, which is bjdlife.com. Bye!